The ballpark in Arlington seemed to have an energizing effect on your Rangers. That and playing the Red Sox. There were no signs of fatigue and hitting walls after a demanding road trip. These guys began this homestand very much alive and focused. That description suits the state of Colby Lewis these days. The veteran of the Rangers staff is in the midst of his finest stretch of the season. Tonight, Colby and your revved-up Rangers look to keep the heat on Boston as Game 2 gets underway next. No one has beaten the Boston Red Sox like the Rangers. It happened again last night, 4-0 behind C.J. Wilson. And tonight the Rangers go for Game 2 of this 4-game series at the ballpark. And we welcome you, Dave Barnett, along with Tom Grieve. As sharp as C.J. was last night, the way Colby Lewis has been pitching, especially since the All-Star break, no reason to expect much different tonight.
No, you've got your two veteran guys in the rotation coming down the stretch in a pennant race. This is what you hope for, and really, this is what you expect. C.J. has been terrific. Colby has as well. His last start was one of his better starts of the year. He had a terrific fastball as far as location goes, slider, curveball, you name it, his breaking pitches were working. 7 shutout innings. The Rangers would lose that game in the 9th inning. Since the All-Star break, Colby's 3-1. His ERA is 2.51, and he has just been throwing the ball as well as he can.
In that start, he outpitched Jared Weaver. Tonight, he will try to do the same against John Lackey, a pitcher from Texas who has very little success pitching in Texas. Lackey and Lewis, Game 2 of the 4-game series. Coming up. your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. By Jack in the Box, try the new Jumbo Breakfast Platter for only $2.99. And by Southwest Airlines, new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. Rangers take the field. Let's take it down below and welcome Rick Renner.
Hey guys, John Lackey going for the Boston Red Sox today. He's got a long history against these Texas Rangers back to his Angels days. He hates pitching in this ballpark. He's got an ERA near 7. Several Rangers hit extremely well against him. Ian Kinsler and Josh Hamilton hit nearly 500 against him. I talked to Ian about the confidence he has against a guy he's had success against.
Some guys you have success against, some guys you don't. Can't really explain it. I'm sure there's guys that I don't have success against that are pretty similar to Lackey and what they do. It's just part of the game and numbers that people like to look at.
Kins's numbers against Lackey, hitting .480 with 3 home runs, but Lackey has pitched a lot better recently after a horrible first half. We'll see how it plays out, guys.
Yes, he has. And as we said, Colby Lewis has been pitching extremely well, especially in taking a very tough no decision Thursday in that game that the Rangers ended up losing 2-1 in Anaheim. So the Red Sox Southwest Airlines starting lineup tonight, and Jacoby Ellsbury back in the lineup, hit by a pitch on the back Friday, out till tonight. Marco Scudero led off last night, batting second at short. Adrian Gonzalez at first. Dustin Pedroia again batting cleanup at second base, with Josh Reddick moving up to fifth and right. Jed Lowry is in the third, with Carl Crawford playing left field. Rookie DH is Ryan Lavarnway. David Ortiz continues to try to get back from a sore heel, and Salty is behind the plate.
Well, Colby's got his ERA down to 3.83 after a couple of really good starts on the last road trip. One in Oakland, one in Anaheim. Last 3 starts, 1-0, 174 ERA, and a 164 opponent's batting average. Got an excellent on-base percentage against right-hand hitters this year. In fact, that on-base percentage, 228 against right-hand hitters, is the best in the American League.
And right away, he will have a challenge in Jacoby Ellsbury, who is third in the league against right-handed pitching. 313 overall and 336 against righties. So we are set to go. Game 2 of 4. And showing butt, Ellsbury takes the strike. 103 degrees tonight. 1 degree warmer than last night. And that one skips under the glove of Ian Kinsler. Base hit for Ellsbury in his return. Let's look at the Ranger defense tonight. The outfield, Chavez at center and Nelson Cruz in right, with an infield of Young at third, Andrus at short, Kinsler at second, Moreland at first, and Yorvi Torrealba doing the catching. So with Ellsbury at first, here is Marco Scudero. 0 for 4 last night with a couple of strikeouts as the leadoff hitter, and has had very little success. 1 for 12 against Lewis. There goes Ellsbury, and easily in with stolen base number 34.
Yeah, Ellsbury's stole 34 bases, been thrown out 11 times. But he's a force. He's a force because he can hit. He's got power. He's got an outside chance of driving in 100 runs this year. Should hit 25 home runs. He'll have around 35 doubles. He'll steal 40 bases. He'll score probably 100, 110 runs. And he's a legitimate MVP candidate. There's no doubt about that. He has blossomed into a star.
He has already put a completely different slant on this first inning by getting himself into scoring position this quickly. Scudero not having much of a road trip at 1 for 11. And lays down a bunt. Torrealba has the out at first. 3 pitches in. Ellsbury is at third for Adrian Gonzalez. And the Rangers last night did not as well as you can expect against the top hitter in the major leagues. 1 for 3 with a walk. He singled in the first, grounded to first, and struck out in his other 2 at-bats against C.J. Wilson. First in the majors at .343 and with 174 base hits. Third in the league with 94 runs batted in. And he is the top hitter in baseball as well against right-handers at .357.
I think when you look at Gonzalez, the player he reminds me the most of is Rafael Palmeiro. Rafi became a Gold Glove first baseman. Gonzalez is too. They use the whole field. They have beautiful, smooth swings. Not sure Gonzalez will develop the same power as Rafi, but he'll probably hit as many doubles and hit for a higher average.
And kind of similar career arcs to this point too, as he sends that one way up and out into the upper deck. It is 2-0 Boston.
Kobe has been plagued by the home run ball. He's given up 29 now. He didn't give up a home run on the road trip in his last 2 starts. That's one of the reasons he pitched so well and had the same success. Trying to throw this ball down and in, and it's up on the inside half of the plate. Didn't get it far enough in and certainly didn't get it down low enough.
Kind of a Rafi-like swing there.
That's a pitch that you saw very seldom on the road trip.
Pedroia run down to the corner by Hamilton.
Most of the breaking balls that Kobe threw to left-hand hitters were down and in, slightly out of the strike zone, and that one just stayed up. You can count on one hand the number of pitches he threw there against the Angels.
Upper porch for Gonzalez's 19th home run of the year. 29th allowed by Colby. And here is Josh Reddick, who takes a curve for strike 1. Reddick 0 for 3 last night. 2 for 14 on the trip and 5 for his last 40. With only 2 extra base hits in those 40 at-bats. Reddick up and down a couple of times between Boston and the minors. Up for his second stint a little over 2 months ago. And well painted on the outside corner, 2-2. This one right to Kinsler. That'll take care of the Boston first. No shutout tonight, as Adrian Gonzalez finds the upper porch and finds Boston an early 2-0 lead. Kinsler and the Rangers coming to bat. Southwest Airlines starting lineup with Ian Kinsley leading off, Elvis Andrus batting second, and Josh Hamilton at the third spot in left field. Michael Young again batting cleanup in the third base slot with Nelson Cruz in right. Mike Napoli with a DH role again tonight. Mitch Moreland at first. Torey Alba batting eighth. Endy Chavez in center field. Against 11-9, John Lackey still with an ERA of over 6.
He's been pitching a lot better. 21 starts, winning record. ERA has actually come down over the last number of starts. He lost his last start at Tampa Bay, pitched pretty well in that game. He'd won 6 straight decisions since then. In his last 8 starts, he's 6-1 with an ERA under 4, 37 strikeouts, only 9 walks. So he's been throwing the ball a lot better. Got off to a terrible start this year, 2-5 with an ERA over 8.
Gonzalez way off first, but feeds Lackey to retire Kinsley. And here is the highly rated Red Sox defense behind Lackey. Outfield of Crawford, Ellsbury, and Reddick. With the infield of Lowry, Scutaro, Pedroia, and Gonzalez. And the former Ranger Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching again tonight. Elvis Andrus last night with the game-winning run batted in. Although the blow that got most of the attention was the later 3-run home run by Mike Napoli. And what got a lot of attention as well was Elvis's ill-fated attempt to steal second on a throw back to the mound by Saltalamacchia, and we heard both versions of that before the game. Elvis said he and Gary Pettis had been timing Salty's throws 1.4, 1.5 seconds, and they were figuring out when to pick their spot, see if they could get him to second base. Ron Washington said not the time to do it with Josh Hamilton about to hit.
And 1 out. All you need is a fly ball to score a run. Yeah, there's a time and place for everything. I agree with that. That wasn't the right time for it. The risk wasn't worth it.
And Saltalamacchia, for his point, said that no one has tried that on him this year. His arm no longer an issue, and he was surprised to see Elvis try it. That's in there, and it's 3-2.
Well, his arm isn't an issue because he has a way now consistently to throw the ball back to the pitcher, and he lobs it back to the pitcher, and he can get it back there accurately. It takes a while to get there, and so you could see what Elvis was thinking about.
Takes a call, strike 3 here.
See the catcher setting up outside, and see the pitcher right there. That's a good pitch.
So Lackey takes care of the first 2 Rangers. And here is Hamilton, a hit and a walk and a run scored last night. He continues to have excellent success both against Boston in his career, and in particular look at the overwhelming success he's had against Lackey. 11 for 23, 3 have left the yard, and another opposite field foul ball, and 0-2. Refreshing to see Lackey working much more crisply than Eric Bedard last night.
That was painful to watch last night. For a veteran pitcher to pitch like that.
Well, Salty took a little of that on himself last night. First time he had caught Bedard, and he said they just couldn't quite get in sync. Couldn't get the right calls that Bedard was looking for, but still, even so, it really got ridiculous. 3 minutes per batter for most of the game. Easy bouncer for Dustin Pedroia, and Lackey takes care of the Rangers 1-2-3 in the first.
We're talking about a part of National Day of Service and Remembrance surrounding the 10th anniversary of September 11 attacks. The Rangers are proud to be presenting sponsor of the North Texas Volunteer Challenge. Join the Rangers teams in giving back to the community on Saturday, September 10th. They're going to start at the Youth Ballpark, go around to the Metroplex, and help make it happen. In order to check out all the information and be a part of the team, you can do so. Log on to TexasRangers.com/foundation. And we got in the community corner tonight just one Red Sox fan in attendance. That's pretty good. These fans letting them have it, I thought, but apparently not. There we go. They're booing right there now. There we go. Dave. Now he finally stands up. Boy, sit back down there, guy.
Jed Lowry with almost a swinging butt that barely stays fair, and he runs right past Mitch Moreland's attempted tag for leadoff single.
And it's one of those examples of the foul lines don't allow this. Normally that ball would roll foul. That one's actually rolling out toward the field. I think the only chance Mitch had was to hope it hits the grass right there and comes back foul, but it didn't look like that was going to happen. Lowry's just able to outrun the ball and outrun the tag.
So the third Red Sox hit. They have the leadoff man on each of the first two. Carl Crawford out of Jeff Davis High School in Houston, 1 for 4 last night. And a base hit to right field. Red Sox come out swinging the bat tonight against Colby Lewis. And not waiting. They are having some very quick at bats. Only Reddick saw more than 3 pitches on the first 7 batters Lewis has faced. So 2 aboard for the rookie DH Ryan Lavarnway. In his 6th major league game tonight, 0 for 2, couple of walks last night. 6th round draft pick out of Yale in 2008, where he was a top catcher, semifinalist for the Johnny Bench Award and the Golden Spikes Award that goes to top amateur player in the country as a philosophy major. And looking to lay down the butt, takes low. Big Papi David Ortiz ran today for the first time on his sore right heel. He has been out with bursitis. But it continues to be Lavarnway for the 2nd straight day DHing, and he takes a strike. Big numbers at AAA. Pawtucket led the International League with those 16 home runs. One and 2. Lavarnway, before he got to Pawtucket, 14 homers, so 30 in the minor leagues this year. Tops of any minor league hitter before he got called up. Top 2 hitting teams, top 2 with runners in scoring position.
And not surprising when you see that number that the 4 top teams are all in a position to make the postseason right now.
Much needed strikeout there. First of the game, first out of the 2nd inning.
Well located slider. That's the pitch he was trying to throw to Gonzalez. Maybe even more inside the net. Big swing by Lavarnway, but a well located slider. A little much too much for him to handle with that at bat.
So with 1 out, here is Saltalamacchia. First pitch pop up. which will reach the seats. Red Sox very happy with Saltalamacchia. Career high 12 homers, 41 runs batted in. And most of the catching, he says, relies quite a bit on the guy in the next locker, as he should, Jason Varitek, for wisdom, suggestions. But, feels healthy, his arm feels good. Happy to be in Boston, where he lives only 2 minutes from Fenway Park. Strikeout candidate perhaps here. Backdoor, it's 1-2. The home plate umpire is Doug Eddings. Dana DeMuth is at first, the crew chief. Kerwin Danley at second, and Paul Noward is at third.
Tried to do the same thing, but that was even more outside than number 3, which really didn't quite come back to the outside corner.
In the air, right field. Cruz watches this one off the top of the wall, and Lowry will score. Crawford stops at third. Saltalamacchia has an RBI double and a 3-0 lead for the Red Sox.
It's pretty much the same pitch that Adrian Gonzalez hit out of the ballpark. Looked like a cutter. He's trying to throw on the outside corner and comes in, maybe not quite as far in as the one to Gonzalez, but just about. Up inside part of the plate. You could tell on all the pitches before that he was trying to drop his breaking ball on the outside corner, and when he missed outside. That time he missed the outside corner, and it came right back toward the center of the plate.
Saltalamacchia missing a home run by maybe a foot, 2 with the most. Introducing Fox Sports Game Connect, the ultimate online experience for fans. You can log on to take part in the most interactive forum during Rangers games. Stats, trends, exclusive analysis, and live Twitter feeds. Plus, you can even share your thoughts with our game broadcast. Fox Sports Game Connect, now available on foxsportssouthwest.com. Jacoby Ellsbury led off the game with a single on Colby Lewis's second pitch. Immediately stole second. Sacrificed to third by Scudero. Scored on the Gonzalez home run, and that one bends him back a bit. I'd have expected a quick response to being shut out last night, and that's exactly what the Red Sox have. The Rangers bring the infield in here, trying to keep it a 3-run deficit. Lewis will have to come to Ellsbury behind 2-0. Colby's got a few pitches that have behaved just the way he wanted, but not nearly enough at this point.
In his last 2 starts against Oakland and against the Angels, there were very few bad pitches in those 2 games.
And they're not going to take any chances at 3-0. So ball 4 to put Ellsbury aboard and load the bases for Scudero.
The other fact is Colby has not pitched as well here as he has on the road. His ERA at home is 5.15. On the road it's around 2.7.
Scudero, the sacrifice, his first at bat The slider misses wide. And 31 pitches. Most of which have been problematic for Lewis, trying to keep the damage here to 3. That's as many runs as he gave up in game 2 of the season, also in a matchup with Lackey, but that was in 6 innings. The game he won 12-5.
Yeah, in this particular game, there won't be a quick hook for Colby because Scott Feldman can't pitch tonight. Threw 70 or 80 pitches just a couple days ago. He is the long man. It's one of those games you hope Colby can get his command back and pitch deep into the ball game. And it wouldn't be a surprise if he did that. He's got to make a little bit better pitches with his cutter or his slider.
And Doug Eddy's giving him a wide strike zone to shoot for, too. Not quite that wide. 2-2. Scudero has grounded into 11 double plays this year. This one skied into center field. And as Chavez waits under it, Crawford waits to score from third. And moving up to third is Saltalamacchia as Scudero drives in the run to make it 4-0. So Marco Scudero, a sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly for his 27th run batted in.
A little too deep for Rendy to have a chance to throw Saltalamacchia out, but he makes an excellent throw because he hits the cutoff man. And on that play, Ellsbury had tagged up and he was ready to go to second if that ball didn't hit the cutoff man. Made a good strong throw right to Elvis.
So here is Gonzalez again. 2 outs, runners on the corners. And a slow roller here, fielded by Andrews. And one pitch takes care of any further damage. But Red Sox have 2 in each of the first 2 innings against Lewis. And they have stacked up a 4-0 lead.
Rangers trail the Red Sox 4-0. Here we're here with a familiar face, Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle, the head coach of the world champion Dallas Mavericks, got to throw out the first pitch. What was it like? You threw a perfect strike. Did anyone give you any pointers?
Oh, I had a lot of people offering advice. Most of the advice was don't be short. Don't throw a bouncer. So, hey, it worked out. It worked out well. I had Ron Washington catch it for me, which was awesome. He calmed me, and it was great.
And then you pitched a perfect strike right over the plate right there. What's it been like during the offseason? What have you been up to after winning the World Championship? Has it been nonstop partying for you all time?
Well, it hasn't been nonstop partying, but obviously it was a great season for us, especially for our fans, our ownership. We got some special veteran players that got to experience, what it means to be, number one, and it's just it's a phenomenal feeling. I was fortunate 25 years ago as a player to experience it in Boston, and I'm so happy for them, and it's still sinking in, and I think it gradually will continue to do that. But as school has gotten back into session, my daughter's back in school, we're pointing toward getting ready for the season, and we're excited.
All right, Rick, appreciate it, and congratulations on the World Championship. Can't talk about lockout, but we hope there's an NBA season. Thanks for the time. Dave?
All right, Jim. Well, Lackey strikes out Michael Young to begin the Rangers' second.
Lackey started against the Rangers at the beginning of the season. Pitched 3 2/3, gave up 10 hits and 9 runs. And as I mentioned, he got off in his first 7 starts to a 2-5, 809 start. But he's pitched a lot better than that lately. He's throwing a lot more like the old John Lackey. And the other thing about John Lackey is even when he's not pitching well, he's an intense competitor. He doesn't give in. He'll battle up there even when he doesn't have his good stuff, whether he's giving up no runs or 8 runs. So he's a tough competitor. He's tough to beat even when he's not throwing well. Against the Rangers in his career, he's 11-13, and his ERA is over 6. And it's just about a full season, 34 starts, 184 innings. So he hasn't had a lot of success against the Rangers compared to what he's done against other teams.
ERA is the highest of any opponent at 6.07. He stabs that comebacker to retire Cruz, and 5 up and 5 down. Hasn't allowed a ball out of the infield yet. Meanwhile, what a first pitch by Rick Carlisle. That was a curve, I believe. That broke off nicely. You see that? And from the mound.
I don't think that was a curveball.
It curved whether it was supposed to or not.
What it did was it dropped from lack of velocity. But I've never seen someone throw out a first pitch that threw a curveball.
Well, it died before it dropped. Strike 1 to Napoli. Last night's 3-run homer is 21st. 5 behind Cruz for the team lead. Stretched his hitting streak to 11 games. That is the second longest current streak in the league. This is the high fastball, 1-2.
Hey, the one thing you see early in the game from Lackey that wasn't there at the beginning of the year is more life and velocity on his fastball. Been 93, 94 sometimes in this game. Don't remember seeing that early in the season.
And we check our Ford leaderboard for tonight. Only Robinson Cano has a longer active hitting streak in either league than Napoli. And Robinson also with 11 games for the Cubs, and now a 3-2 count. He also went full up on Elvis in the first before striking him out looking. Mitch Moreland hoping to hit here in the second. Napoli can become the first Ranger base runner of the night. Check to swing, and at first Andy Dubuque says he did not go around, so a walk. And last night, a pitch that Eric Bedard and Jared Saltalamacchia had right where they wanted it. They wanted it elevated. That's where it got. And Bedard could not believe that Napoli got as much of that as he did and hit it out for the 3-run shot.
Well, if they watched the home run he hit off Jared Weaver, they would have seen the exact same thing. Fastball up and in, hit almost the same way.
Saltalamacchia, even before this game, could not believe that he hit it where he did. He said they put it exactly where they wanted. See if he gets any more there.
Well, you know, in the past, last 3 or 4 years, maybe that's a pitch that Mike wouldn't hit out of the ballpark like that, but he's never been the kind of hitter he is right now. One of the more improved hitters in the league.
Oh, and 2 to Moreland. Let's try to put it into a little 0 for 10 here. Mackey tests the outer ranges of the Edding strike zone. Red Sox are getting some help from Brandon McCarthy and the A's, who are leading at New York 3-0 the top half of the 6th inning. McCarthy scattering 5 hits so far. Out pitching Bartolo Colon. 2-2 to Moreland. Angels get back into action tonight, hosting the White Sox with a matchup of 10-6 Mark Burley against Irvin Santana. Bouncer deflected by Gonzalez. Pedroia throws and gets him at first base. 3-4-3. Wow. That's how it's going these days for Mitch Moreland. Brought to you by Geico Insurance, where 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By AT&T, rethink possible. And by Whataburger, just like you like it. Dave Barnett and Tom Grieve. Colby Lewis takes the mound for the third, trailing 4-0. And he will have Pedroia, Reddick, and Lowry, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the third. Pedroia line to Hamilton and left on the only pitch he saw in the first. Lewis spending 23 pitches in the second and now at 37. High pop here, chased by Young, well back into the seats. Red Sox starting play a game behind the Yankees. 2 back in the loss column in the East. The Rangers 4.5 up in the West on the Angels. It would be a first-round playoff preview. So we talked last night about Pedroia as a second baseman batting cleanup, which he's done now for the 17th time. Backhand pick by Andrews, and he's 0 for 2 tonight. Ozarka website Wednesdays offer half-price tickets in select seating areas when purchased on TexasRangers.com. And all Wednesday games feature dollar hot dogs. Don't miss it tomorrow at the early start time of 6:05. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com/special. Josh Reddick grounded to second. And skips this one past Ian Kinsler for a base hit.
He's had a couple of rockets hit at him. One to the left by Ellsbury to lead off the game, and that one to his right by Reddick. You just try to get your body out of the way, get your glove in position, and hope somehow the ball goes in your glove. That's a bullet.
One on, one out for Lowry.
I always got a kick out of Little League coaches on balls like that who would tell their kids, you've got to get in front of that ball. And all you'd like to do is see the Little League coach go out there and get his body in front of a ball hit like that. If you want to if you want to stay off the disabled list, you don't try to block a ball like that. It's like taking a 95-mile-an-hour fastball on purpose.
You either stab it or you don't.
Yeah, you get off to the side and hope somehow you can catch it. And many times you'll see him make that play, but it's a very difficult play to make.
One and two to Lowry, who rolled a little grounder just fair up the first base line. Beat the tag attempt by Moreland, leading off the second, and scored on Saltalamacchia's double. Red Sox trying to end a 5-game losing streak dating back to the final game last year at the hands of the Rangers. Last time they lost this many in a row against the Rangers, a 6-game streak back in 1991. And in this ballpark, Terry Francona has seen very little success here. Shutout last night, just the second time that's happened to the Red Sox since the 1st of July. And for the Rangers, their 15th shutout, the most in the American League by 3. Tampa Bay is next with 12. The Rangers now 2 away from their club record of 17 and 77. A base hit. Lowry is 2 for 2. And heading to third is Reddick. So runners on the corners with 1 out, as the Red Sox threaten to add to this already 4-run lead here in the third.
Yeah, Kobe's just having a lot of problems with the command of his off-speed pitch, with his cutter, his slider. Trying to throw this down and away, and it's up and away. Didn't really get it where he wanted to get it. When that breaking ball is really working, to left-hand hitters, he's throwing it down and in, and they're either hitting on top of it or missing it. A lot of them have stayed up in this game.
The Red Sox hitting him like he has not been hit quite some time. Crawford singled and scored in the second. Kobe, in his last 12 starts, this is back over 2 months, has been hit at a clip of 201 and 4 runs on 7 base hits already. almost completing the second time through the lineup. Well, Crawford still trying to salvage what has been a very disappointing year. Partly because he missed a month on the DL with a left hamstring. But even when healthy, he has really not approached what the Red Sox thought they were getting. They've got a lot more coming. He signed a 7-year contract. But they expected more than 251 and 17 stolen bases. A couple of weeks ago, he had one stretch of 7 consecutive hits. 7 straight plate appearances with a hit. Thought maybe he's starting to light a fire. This one he lines high to right field, and Cruz waits under it as Reddick comes home, and it's 5-0. Crawford with the sacrifice fly, his 41st run batted in of the year.
Unfortunately, he got underneath that ball because he hit it right on the good part of the bat, sky high. It's like a couple of balls Napoli's hit recently. One's as a hitter. You're happy to get the RBI, happy to get the sacrifice fly, but you're disappointed that you got underneath it. And that wasn't a terrible pitch. That pitch was in. He kind of golfed at it on the inside corner. And that's why he popped it up.
So 5-0. Their last 2 runs scoring on sacrifice flies by Scudero and Crawford. And here's Lavarnway, who struck out his first time up in the second. Lavarnway, the first position player from Yale to play in a major league game since 1957. Probably don't remember Dick Tettelbach. Why would you? He was the last. And 0-2. Basically the complete opposite of the game 2 matchup between Lackey and Lewis. That one will go to the wall unless Chavez can cut it off, and he does. Lowry heading around third will score without a throw, and it is 6-0 as Lavarnway drives in his 3rd run as a major leaguer.
Yeah, this is going to be a game where Kobe's going to give up a lot of runs if he doesn't get a little bit better command of his pitches, because, as we said, there's not a long man today. Scott Feldman would normally be warming up right now, but he just pitched a couple of days ago. And if you go to your bullpen and have to use your bullpen for 6 or 7 pitches, it just really depletes it for the next couple of days. And I'm sure Ron doesn't want to do that. And while we got a second, I want to thank Lynn Canopik, Rebecca, and Lucas for the batch of cookies that they sent. Call them Ranger cookies. They're from Streetman, Texas. Thank you very much.
Lewis unable to put away the rookie at 0-2. RBI double. That's what Saltalamacchia did his first time up. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Red Sox. Rangers have yet to get a base hit. Their first 2 cracks at Lackey. Well, we continue to get ahead 5 straight first pitch strikes and 13 total first pitch strikes.
Yeah, I think one of the problems is normally when he does that, then the breaking ball ends the at bat. But in this game, his off speed pitches just haven't been pitches that he's commanded like he normally does.
Nothing at all like what the A's and the Angels saw.
No.
Beat Oakland 9-1, 6 innings, 1 run on 4 hits. They beat Oakland 7-1, and then 7 shutout innings on the 4 hits against the Angels. But getting ahead, staying ahead, proving to be an elusive concept tonight for Colby Lewis. Came out searching for his 12th victory of the year against 8 losses. Giving them 2 runs each of the first 3 innings.
This is a part of the game that a lot of the fans don't understand. You know, they'll look at this game and say, why doesn't Ron get someone warmed up? And we've already gone over the reasons why, because there's not a long man like Scott Feldman to come in and pitch 3 or 4 innings in this game. And you don't want to use your whole bullpen because you may need them tomorrow.
Hamilton retires Saul Tulamacchia, but again the Red Sox strike for 2 more runs, 3 base hits. They leave a 1, and it is 6-0.
Pro tennis player on hand, and a big Ranger fan, Melanie Uden, on hand. And you are actually playing in a tennis tournament going on in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. What's this all about?
Yes, it's in Grapevine. It's a $220,000 tournament, and it's pretty tough. I mean, there's 3 top 20 players in the world that are playing it, so it's a really tough draw.
Now, you like the U.S. Open because a couple years ago you advanced all the way to the quarterfinals. After this, it's back to the U.S. Open. You like playing in New York, right?
Yes, I love New York City. It's a great place. I have so many memories there, and I'm hoping to have another great one next week.
There we go. Good seeing you. Best of luck. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dave.
All right, Jim, here is Yovi Torrealba, who takes strike 1, leading off the Ranger third. Chavez next, and then back to the top of the order at Ian Kinsler. The first 2 innings, only a walk so far against John Lackey, who has struck out 2 and not yet allowed a ball out of the infield. Torrealba last night, 1 for 3, another double. And continues to go the way he is. He and Napoli might just shatter what has been their career high for a season in batting average. Napoli right now sitting 20 points above his previous high. Torrealba's a ways off, but that was just in 64 games 2 years ago with the Rockies. He hit .291. Did well against the Red Sox. 6th leading hitter in the league in the month of August at .380. And he has the first Ranger base hit leading off the 3rd.
That's a well-hit ball, too. And that's, you're talking about Torrealba having a chance to have his highest average. That's one of the reasons why. Hit the ball to all fields, get on top of it, instead of popping up that high pitch and lining it sharply past Pedroia. Pedroia trying to make the same play that Ian Kinsler made to end the game on Carl Crawford last night.
Came pretty close, too. So here is Andy Chavez, a strike to the outside corner. Andy at .310. Has hit Lackey well, 4 for 8. And his 5 home runs, that's already tied his career high from 03 and 04. Lackey, of course, from Abilene High. Ultimate stud athlete there, starting quarterback, football captain, starting center of the basketball team, and mostly a first baseman. All-state for the baseball team. When he pitched, said he was just a thrower, never really had a chance to learn how to pitch. Maybe 14 innings or so total in high school because the football coach didn't want him to hurt his arm.
Yeah, the funny thing is the baseball coach should have been saying, I don't want you to get hurt playing football. As it turned out,
he was thinking future. Well, he went to UTA and then to Grayson County Community College. Outfielder at UTA. He hit .440, 16 home runs. Grayson was where he became a pitcher. He went 10-3. Led that team to the Junior College World Series championship. Texas Tech offered a scholarship, but the Angels drafted him in the 2nd round. Slow roller. Scutero charges. Can't get it to his throwing hand. The Rangers have 2 aboard. Infield hit by Chavez following the solid knock by Torrealba.
Not much Scutero could do on that play. Lackey falls off the mound toward first base. He couldn't get it. Wasn't hit hard enough for Scutero to make a play on it.
Ian Kinsler grounded to first to begin the game. That is through the hole, the base hit. Torrealba will be held at third, and the Rangers have loaded the bases with 3 straight singles to begin the 3rd inning.
Well, you got the right part of the batting order coming up, too. Breaking ball on the outside corner, but it's up. And when it's up, it's easier for the hitter to hit it. You don't have to reach as far than if it's down. Better chance of hitting off the end of the bat if it's low and away than it is if it's away but belt high.
Andrews worked the count full, looked at strike 3 back in the 1st. First pitch here. pop down the right field line and slicing back into the seats as Reddick came over for a look. It was 3 homers, 46 runs batted in. Just over half the time this year he's brought in this runner from third with under 2 outs. Lackey has been pitching, just coming off a career-high 6-game winning streak. Never know how many shots you'll get. Trailing 6-0.
No, down. Yeah, you're right. Down 6-0 early in the game. You want to cash in right here. Red Sox have had 2 in each inning. They've left 3 on base. Rangers looking for a little bit bigger inning than 2 right here.
2 balls to the strike as he misses wide. Three balls and a strike with the bases loaded.
Here's where you're down 6 runs. If you swing at this pitch, it's got to be your pitch. You can't be late on it. You got to be out in front of it and have a pitch that you can drive. Otherwise, you have to make them try to throw 2 straight strikes. Take a walk here with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up, and you really do have a chance for a big inning.
Inside, the Rangers are on the board. Is out for a Chavez again for the 2nd straight night. Elvis Andrus drives in the first Ranger run. And in honor of Michael Young's 2000th career hit, you can purchase $20 lower level tickets for the Rangers 3-game series coming up against the Rays. That starts next Tuesday. Just enter Michael as the coupon code at TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS and you can save up to 53% on corner box or lower reserve tickets. Young on deck. Here is Hamilton, who grounded to second his first trip. Rangers ever needed a big wallop here by Josh. Now would be an excellent time, and Lackey misses again outside.
Well, he's trying to be careful in this ballpark where he hasn't had a lot of success, and can't blame him for that. Red Sox bullpen, well, they didn't need a long man yesterday. They've only got 6 guys in their bullpen right now. And they're not perfectly equipped for a lot of bullpen innings either.
First 51 pitches by Lackey, only 28 strikes. And behind Hamilton, 3-0.
Make him throw you a strike now.
He's missed on 7 straight pitches.
Tried to throw a breaking ball there. He's down 3-0. Let him keep throwing balls. Just keep taking what he wants to give you.
Swinging away at 3-0, center field for Ellsbury. And that will bring home 1. Chavez scores to make it 6-2. Kinsler moves up to third, Andrus to second. Josh swinging away at 3-0 after 7 straight balls. Let's get the run home, his 70th run batted in. 1 out, 2 in scoring position for Michael Young, who struck out his first trip, leading off the second. Base hit here makes it a real ball game. Michael, 417, last 14 home games. Top hitter in the league in the second half at 373. Batter near the top of the league all year as well, with runners in scoring position. Lifted to right field for Reddick. And it backs him up enough. Easily come home. Andrews to third. Back-to-back sacrifice flies by Hamilton and Young. And it's 6-3 as the Rangers cut the margin in half here in the third.
Oh, that's a big inning. And you get right back in the ball game now. Entirely different game, 6-3 than it is at 6-0. Even better right now if Nelly Cruz could get that big 2-out hit to drive in the fourth run.
Well, a first time up, bounce back to Lackey. Torrealba started this. Sharp single. Past Pedroia on a 2-2 pitch. Then the Chavez infield single to short. Kinsler singled to load the bases. Andrews walked, drive in the first run. Sac flies by Hamilton and Young. And Cruz held up, says Dana Temuth, and it's 1-1. This one chopped to Scudero, but the Rangers get half the margin taken care of. A 3-run inning on 3 hits, a man left at third, and after 3 it's 6-3. First 3 innings. What are you seeing from him?
Well, Kobe just doesn't have very good velocity tonight, and he doesn't have very good location. His curveball's up, so he's just got an off night going, and he can't seem to get any rhythm and get ahead of a hitter and keep the ball down. So it's just it's kind of turned into a bad night for him.
Nolan, when a pitcher, and I'm sure you've been in this position before too, is off to a start like this, what are you trying to do to maybe get it back?
Well, you try to concentrate on your delivery and trying to keep the ball down and hit locations. And if you can do that, you got a shot, and you hope that maybe you get into a groove and your stuff gets better. I know there's been times I struggled in the first couple of innings, but then got into a groove and was able to finish strong, and that's what I was hoping with Colby, but he's just out of sync tonight.
And really out of character, because he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball, really, the second half of the season, hasn't he?
Well, he really has, but, you know, these things are going to happen, and so what you hope is that it's minimal, but, you know, he had some balls hit really hard that plays couldn't be made on them, and if those plays are made, you know, we wouldn't have the deficit that we had, but that's just the way it goes.
Well, he retires Ellsbury for the first time. And now Marco Scutaro, who has sacrificed both times, a bunt in the first and sacrifice fly in the second.
Well, it'd be great if he'd have a clean inning this inning after us coming back and scoring 3. It'd make, from a psychological standpoint, a big difference.
Well, there's 2/3 of it.
That's right. So maybe he'll be able to do it. He's got a tough out coming up.
We should congratulate you for your membership now in the Irish Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you. They presented that to me in New York, and I wasn't able to make that trip, so John Blake represented me, and John said that he really enjoyed it, and it was a good Irish pub that where the presentation was made, so he was glad he went.
Yeah, that's not that far from the hotel. I'm going to have to stop by that pub next time.
Yeah, he kind of piqued my curiosity, too. He says they have a lot of neat memorabilia in there. So, and I happen to be able to work with Red Foley, who started that. He was sports writer back when I was with the Mets many years ago.
Huh. Well, those guys evidently are huge baseball fans that were here the other day.
Oh,
too.
they were. I mean, they knew everything inside and out, and so they truly are true fans and really enjoy what they do.
Ball and a strike here to Adrian Gonzalez, as Lewis tries to get his first 1-2-3 inning.
Well, that stays in the park, but it's not going to.
Second home run of the night by Gonzalez. 7-3 Red Sox.
Adrian Gonzalez is having an unbelievable year.
Well, he sure is. What is your take on the player that he has developed into, Nolan?
Well, you know, we knew that he was a good hitter, but being in San Diego, you just never saw that much of him, and he just didn't get the attention he probably deserved. And now that he's with Boston and in a pennant race and doing what he's doing, I mean, we knew that he's a good fielding infielder and that he hit for a good average, but well, where would they be without him this year?
Probably not where they are. He has the 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 402 feet. 0-2 to Pedroia, who is 0-for-2.
And the first time up, he hit a pitch on the inside part of the plate to right field. This time the ball is on the outside corner, and he drives it to left field. That's the kind of hitter he is. Uses the whole field.
It really is, Tom, and that's the thing about good hitters like that consistent year in, year out. They hit the ball wherever it is, and you know, if he needs to pull the ball on the inside part of the plate, he does, and if he needs to go away and drive the ball as he did there, he does, and so that's a mark of a great hitter.
Were those the kind of hitters that were the toughest hitters for you to face?
Yeah, they really were, because he's very representative of that, because the left-handed contact hitter that hit the ball wherever it's thrown and didn't chase bad pitches, they made you work, and they didn't get themselves out. You had to get them out.
Well, Pedroia pops up into shallow left for Hamilton. Nolan, we appreciate your time as
Thank
always.
you, Nolan.
Okay, guys, we'll take that, Andy.
All right.
Only the homer by Gonzalez, and after 3.5, 7-3, the Red Sox lead it. Bottom of the fourth, and Mike Napoli leads things off. He walked his first time up. Rangers down by 4 now on the 12th career 2-homer game by Adrian Gonzalez, his second this year. And the Rangers trying to build on their 3-run third, cutting what was a 6-run lead in half. Taking advantage of some wireless by John Lackey.
Whoa, thank you very much.
Well, not so much as a peep. I lack your salty there. So hitters count for Napoli. And a high fly ball sends Reddick back.
Another one of those balls that you talk about just missing one. He's not a stranger to that type of a fly ball.
First baseman, Moreland.
He's hit that ball out a few times. Just got underneath that one a little bit. It would have taken much more to get it out of here.
Well, they're just a couple of steps in front of the wall. Mitch Moreland, bit unfortunate. His first at bat. He hit one deflected by Gonzalez directly to Pedroia, who then threw to Gonzalez at first for the last out of the second inning. And now Mitch trying to end it 0 for 11. Tom, we were talking about Lackey in his high school days at Abilene High. Only pitched 14 innings. Emphasized football. The baseball coach was his father, Darren. So even Dad not quite convinced at that point of the pitcher that his son would become. When he pitched Game 7 of the 2002 World Series for the Angels, first rookie pitcher to start and win a Game 7 of the series since 1909, says he wasn't nervous because he had played quarterback in West Texas, places like Odessa, Permian, 15,000-20,000 people, where the town would shut down just to watch the game. He said that was pressure. World Series Game 7, that was nothing. And there's a base hit by Moreland. Rangers' fourth hit, all in the last 2 innings. And as Torrealba steps up, let's ask tonight's AT&T trivia question. 3 teams hold the major league record for most players with 20-plus home runs in a season. 7. Name the 3. Rangers with 4 at the moment. Torrealba led off the 3-run third with a single. First hit allowed by Lackey. There would be more. He looks at a good first pitch curve for a strike. A's and the Yankees now in the bottom of the 8th at Yankee Stadium. That is still 6-0, and it's still Brandon McCarthy pitching the shutout, a 7-hitter at this point. Red Sox 1 game behind New York. And Torrealba down on strikes. Third strikeout for Lackey.
Good hard breaking breaking ball down and away. And when Lackey is throwing the ball well, that's a pitch you'll see frequently. And even though he gave up 3 runs in the 3rd inning, he's been on a pretty good roll, throwing the ball a lot more like he's capable of throwing it than he was earlier in the season. Got better velocity, but everything's sharper right now.
Chavez, an infield single. Scored the Rangers' 2nd run in the 3rd.
Yeah, the Rangers didn't really light him up in the 3rd inning. Torrealba had a hard base hit. Chavez was an infield hit. Kinsler rolled one into left field. Then it was a walk and a couple of fly balls.
Andrews walked with the bases loaded. 7 straight pitches missed, and Hamilton swinging away at 3-0. Settled for a sacrifice fly to center. Young followed with a sac fly to right. He's actually thrown more pitches than Lewis has. And he takes care of Chavez on 3 pitches. So back-to-back strikeouts after the Moreland single, and we are through 4. Game 2 of 4. Boston leads it by 4, 7-3. For most players with 20 or more home runs in a season. The Rangers, the most recent to have 720 home run hitters. Michael Young, one of those. 2000 Blue Jays, first to do it, the 1996 Baltimore Orioles. 2005 Rangers, you had Mark Teixeira leading the way with 43. Alfonso Soriano, David DeLucci had 29. Blaylock 25. Kevin Mitch also 25. Michael Young 24. And Rod Barajas with 21. Josh Reddick 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 3rd. 10 straight first pitch strikes by Colby Lewis. That has not been his issue. Second pitch also into Reddick. And Steve Busby joins us. Welcome, Buzz.
Good evening. Good evening. Are things any better over here? They were a little shaky over where I was.
7-3 here.
Yeah, that's kind of what we had over there too.
That's what you left?
Yeah.
How frustrating must it be to be Colby Lewis, because he's got some of his pitches working and then some of them really haven't.
Well, it's the command issue, and it's been a long time since Colby has had this kind of a problem. It's not control. It's not a matter of being able to throw the ball in the strike zone. Oh, nice play, Josh.
Well, he slid early and just kept his eye on the ball. slid 2 or 3 feet before he caught that ball. You can't go full speed into the wall right there or the tarp. That's pretty much the only way you can make that play. There's the concentration. That's pretty nice timing. A beautiful play right there by Josh. Wow.
Second diving catch of the series for Hamilton. Now Lowry, who is 2 for 2. Infield single scored in the second. Single again in the third, scored then as well.
Buzz, it feels like we're just not seeing that hard breaking ball down and into the left-hand hitters.
Yeah.
That, you know, is pretty much his pitch.
Having a hard time getting it there, I think, Tom. And the first home run that Gonzalez hit, I thought was a fastball, a 2-0 fastball that I don't know why you'd try to throw him inside anyway, but tried to get it in there and it stayed on the plate. And that's the last place you want to throw a 2-0 fastball to a guy like Gonzalez. But he's had a difficult time, or Colby had a difficult time earlier in the ball game getting the ball on the first base side of home plate. And whether that's inside to a left-hander or down and away to a right-hander, just couldn't quite reach across there. And it was really with all his pitches, the breaking ball, like you said, and also the fastball. But he's, you know, as you can see with that last pitch, he's able now to locate that pitch over there much better. But it's kind of, you know, closing the barn door after the horses are already out.
Well, Doug Eddings, too, has had a very permissive strike zone, which he's still not quite able to take full advantage of. Full up here on Lowry.
There's the one we're talking about.
Yep.
That's a strikeout pitch right there.
Only a second strikeout of the game. We got Barnway in the second. Well, last inning he got the first 2, trying to retire the side in order for the first time, but Gonzalez homered. Strike 1 here to Crawford, who's had a good day. Singled and scored in the second. Sacrifice fly in the third. His 41st RBI. Colby's pitch count up near the 90 mark. And again, not able to get a 1-2-3 inning yet tonight. That's only a second walk, and the first was to Ellsbury. Fell behind him 3-0, then intentionally threw a in the second inning. So Crawford aboard with 2 outs for the rookie DH Lavarnway, who was struck out last time, doubled in a run. Third major league run batted in. Tom, as you noted early, Colby knew even with his early struggles he had to get some innings in. Trying to get through 5 here, as there is now action for the first time tonight in the Ranger bullpen.
Yeah, you got the 2 outs and then walk Crawford, and now he's behind Lavarnway. Wash would love to see him finish strong and get through 6 innings, just so the bullpen would have 1 less inning to pitch. Feldman pitched 70 or 80 pitches a couple of days ago, so he's not available today and maybe not tomorrow.
One and one to Lavarnley. Buzz, what is your impression of the pitcher that Yoshi Tateyama, the toughest pitchers to hit the second half of the season?
Well, he's got a very good assortment of stuff to use, and what I mean by that is he can run the fastball up there close to 90, 88 maybe 89 at times, but then he's got about a 68 mile an hour curveball that he throws, and one even slower than that.
This should do it as Cruz in right field takes care of out number 3. So the 2-out walk to Crawford. But Lewis gets through 5 in a 7-3 ball game. Chance to win great prizes and to meet one of your favorite Texas Rangers at the Weatherburger in Fort Worth, 6225 Hewlin Bend Road from 11 a.m. to noon. Meet Derek. Ian Kinsler leads off the Ranger fifth and sends the first pitch left center field, and Ellsbury makes a running catch at the edge of the track.
Just a little bit too close to a guy that can really run. Just basically outran it, ran it down. Hard hit ball. Looked like it might have hit on the warning track for a double, but Ellsbury shading Ian a little bit toward left field. Right in the top of his glove.
Full extension, robbing Kinsler of extra bases. Strike one to Elvis, who has struck out and walked with the bases loaded to drive in the first of 3 Ranger runs in the 3rd inning. Chopper up the middle. Scutero just in time for out number 2.
I got a feeling when we see the replay of that, we're not going to know whether he was out or safe. Let's see. That's pretty close. One thing, Elvis's foot hit the middle of the bag. If he hit the front of the bag, might have been the difference.
Yep.
Josh Hamilton sacrifice fly last time up. That was pretty fun to be a pitcher. Guys flashing leather like Lackey has benefited from this inning.
Makes your job a little bit easier.
That one well hit and gone to right field. Number 17 for Josh Hamilton, and it's 7-4.
Buzz, I think if you're Lackey, you probably felt comfortable throwing that fastball. He's kind of been late on the fastball today. The pitch before it was a fastball that he was a little bit late on. And so I guess if you're Lackey, you thought you could try it one more time.
Well, there's not much of a reason to try and throw Josh inside, because when Lackey misses, unless you throw him a cut fastball, that ball's coming right back in the middle of the plate. And you've got to make sure you get that ball off the plate inside when you're coming into a hitter like Hamilton, because if he sees the ball well out of your hand, he's going to get out in front of it.
396 feet for Hamilton. And Lowry handles the ground ball by Michael Young, but Buzz took care of a run there. Nice effort.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys after the ball game.
Hamilton, the big blast of a 7-pitch 5th inning for Lackey. He makes it a 3-run game again. First base hit off of John Lackey's, trying to chip away, make this a tighter game. Colby trying to at least get through 6 here. He's got the 9 1-2 hitters, Salty, Lamacchia, Ellsbury, and Scutaro. Salty, an RBI double his first time up. In the 2-run Boston second, they got 2 in each of the first 3. Last time up, he flied to left. Right field. Cruz is there. Darren Oliver beginning to throw after Tateyama goes up briefly last inning with the Ranger bullpen. Back to the top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury set the tone for this game with a single on the second pitch thrown by Lewis. Stole second on the third pitch, and then scored on the first of 2 Gonzalez home runs. In the second, intentionally walked. Retired only on the grounder to second in the fourth. His first game since he hit by a pitch in the back on Friday against Kansas City. Third in the league. Runners in scoring position. Runs, hits, stolen bases. With his 34th of the year. Back in the first inning. Putting together a strong MVP portfolio of his own.
Well, he's got a quick bat, boy. He's got a pretty swing. And I think whatever power he's showing now, he's going to show more as he gets more experience, gets a little bit older, a little bit more mature. He's got a chance. He'll probably hit 25 home runs this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if he hit more than that down the road.
Somewhat surprising. He made the All-Star team this year for just the first time.
Well, this is really the first time he's put together a year like this.
Well, the Yankees battling back after trailing Oakland 6-0 going into the bottom of the eighth. There's a pop-up here. Comes down to Michael Young.
Coming into this game, in his career, he had 20 home runs. He's got 22 home runs this year.
Third straight inning that Lewis retires the first two. Still has not had a 1-2-3 inning. Yankees got 3 in the eighth. Posada has homered off of Andrew Bailey in the bottom of the ninth. There's now 6-4 A's. With Russell Martin at second after a double. Still nobody out. Brett Gardner tying run at the plate for the Yankees. Marco Scutaro. A sacrifice bunt in the first, a sacrifice fly in the second, and a grounder to fourth. Pitch number 100, 2 balls and a strike. This is the most runs Colby Lewis has allowed except for June 6th against Detroit, when he last year just 3 1/3, gave up 9 runs on 10 hits. But he has persevered tonight. And will get his 1-2-3 inning. Counted over 100 pitches. Kept the Rangers within 3. Cruz to lead off the Rangers 6th. Brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is worth $100. Dinner for two to Sonic Drive-In. And the Rangers tonight are hitting for Stacy Peebles of Rowlett. If a Ranger hits a grand slam during this inning, Stacy Peebles from Rowlett will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Pretty good candidates here in the Rangers' sixth. Cruz pops the first pitch down the right field line. Gonzalez sees it's landing 2 rows back. Ellie 0 for 2 is bounced to the mound, grounded to short. Last night, of course, Mike Napoli with his 3-run home run in the Sonic Slam inning. He will bat second. Rangers got to Lackey with 3 in the third. And with the Hamilton homer with 2 outs in the 5th. Lackey, for the second time tonight, throws out Cruz. Now Napoli, who walked his first time up and last time just got under one, sent Reddick just in front of the wall in right field. At .292 average, a little over 40 points over his career average of .251, and almost 20 above his career high from 2008 with the Angels, .273. He's had the power before. He's never had this kind of assault on a .300 season. Yankees continue to threaten to overcome a 6-0 deficit in the last 2 innings. They have loaded the bases, down 6-4 against Bailey. 1 out, bottom of the 9th at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, Mike doesn't to qualify for the league leaders, but right now his OPS, on base percentage plus slugging percentage, is almost 1,000. It's .977. That's extremely high.
Let's get our first question from our Game Connect buzz tonight on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. From McHaney. How is Tom able to tell what kind of pitch was just thrown?
Well, I watch the monitor just like someone at home would be watching. And, after watching baseball games for 45 years, you have a pretty good idea what kind of pitch it is. And then in most cases, the pitcher and what kind of pitches he throws. And the other tool is the radar gun at the stadium. For instance, if he throws a pitch, a fastball or a changeup, and the batter doesn't swing at it, sometimes it's hard to tell what the pitch is. But if you see the velocity, then you can distinguish it. A changeup is straighter than a breaking ball, and a lot of times you can tell it's a changeup if the hitter swings too soon. Very seldom will a hitter swing way out in front of a fastball, for instance. So it's a combination of things. But number one, I watch the monitor. Number two, I generally know the pitcher and what kind of pitches he throws. Number three, I can utilize the stadium radar gun speed. And the fourth way is to watch how the batter reacts to the pitch.
Base hit. Mitch Moreland has his second straight. Napoli around to third. And the Rangers, with 1 out here in the 6th, will bring Torrey Alba to the plate as the potential tying run as Kurt Young gets on the phone to his bullpen.
That ball almost got by Ellsbury. If he wasn't so quick, it might have, because Mitch really puts a charge in this ball. Good pitch to hit, fastball to hit.
Rangers are having pretty much their usual success against John Lackey. But in that early 6-0 hole, Torrey Alba got the first base hit, leading off the 3-run third with a single last time he struck out.
You know, the other part of watching and calling what kind of a pitch it is, you're not 100. You know, people that are viewing the game make the assumption that everything we say is absolutely true. Occasionally, you know, I'll call a hard cutter a fastball, or, you know, you might miss a pitch. So it's not foolproof. In some cases, it's an educated guess. And what I try to do in those situations is say that looked like a cutter, or pretty sure that was a fastball, because you don't really know for sure sometimes.
Some pitchers like Matt Harrison, the cutter and the slider.
Yeah, in that case, I'll generally say cutter or slider, whatever you want to call it, because some guys throw a cutter, they call it a cutter, and it looks just like someone else's slider. That's just a matter of whatever you want to call it. I remember K-Rod used to throw what he called a slider, and it broke just like a curveball. That's just pretty much a matter of terminology. Now, the pitch that can fool you is a cutter that doesn't cut, and then it looks just like a fastball.
2-2 roller. Lackey to second, starts a double play.
And that's a tough one right there. You want to pick up a run in a 3-run game, first and third and 1 out.
That is as big a pitch as he's thrown. That was potentially a big Ranger inning. He keeps it 7-4. Your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. And by Southwest Airlines, new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. They've run out of Tom Grieve into the 7th inning, and Darren Oliver will take over. Colby Lewis getting through 6, finally getting a 1-2-3 inning into 6. 7 runs on 9 hits, struck out 2, walked 2, 1 intentionally, and now Oliver, who has been lightly used of late.
Well, in a way, that's good, because, you know, Darren's not the kind of guy you want to go out there 70 games or 65 games. And the more time you can get him off, the stronger he'll be coming down the stretch. And hopefully, if the Rangers get to postseason, in the postseason, well, so all that rest when you're into your 40s is very beneficial.
So our Verizon wireless call to the bullpen, Oliver against Adrian Gonzalez, who has had his 12th career multi-home run game. He got him started with a 2-run shot into the upper porch in the first. Solo shot just over the wall in left center in the fourth.
I think just those 2 swings pretty much show you what kind of a hitter he is. Hit the inside pitch in the upper deck to right field and drive the pitch on the outside corner toward the Red Sox bullpen to a deep part of the ballpark over 400 feet. And from Colby's standpoint, it won't go down as one of his best starts. 9 hits, 7 runs. We're going to look at the home runs first. There's a cutter on the inside part of the plate to right field. A little later in the game, a fastball away, and just sneaks it out to left field. Now Colby's going to end up with a line of 9 hits and 7 runs. But on a night where the Rangers didn't have a long man and he really struggled in the first 3 innings, he got it back together to the point where the only run he gave up in the last 3 innings was that last Gonzalez home run. So he threw 100 pitches. He got through 6 innings and made the best that he could out of an off night.
And gave the Rangers bats a chance to finally get going against Lackey. 3 more bats to go, down 3.
Yeah, the Rangers missed a golden opportunity in the last inning. 1st and 3rd and 1 out to pick up at least 1 run.
3-hit night for Gonzalez.
It's so hard to fool him. He has such a controlled swing, such a smooth swing, and the ability to hit different pitches, different speeds, different locations. That's why he's leading the league in hitting.
Let's check in with Rick Renner.
Hey, guys, you can make the argument. We got 3 MVP candidates in the game with Ellsbury, Adrian Gonzalez, and, of course, Michael Young on the Rangers side. But Michael Young and Adrian are 1 and 2 in several offensive categories. They don't like to talk about the individual accolades and an MVP, but they do like talking about each other.
He's an incredible hitter. I saw it when I was here. Won the batting title and back in 05, and just been a great hitter since I can remember him, and just plays everywhere on the field, plays great defense, and a great guy in the clubhouse.
Guys, Adrian does cherish his short time with the Texas Rangers. Said he was able to make that major league debut here, and he'll never forget that.
He has gone on and had 2 incredible stops. San Diego couldn't afford him. Now on to Boston. More than a handful with the Red Sox.
You know, the other guy that's won a most valuable player and has to at least be in the conversation is Pedroia. And Pedroia's got a chance to hit 20 home runs, knock in 80 runs, steal 30 bases, have a 400 on base percentage, hit 300, and play Gold Glove caliber second base. And the Red Sox have a number of candidates, really. I'd have to include him in there, at least in the discussion.
He won the MVP in 08, the year after he was Rookie of the Year. For the top 5 hit leaders in the league matched up here in this 4-game series. Pedroia tonight 0 for 3. 2 flies to left, a grounded to short, and a pop up here. Just behind the mound for Andrews. Well, let's look at the credentials of Adrian Gonzalez. Leads the majors with the .343 average beginning today, and hits and RBIs, and add 3 to that total. And Michael Young right behind him, average in hits, and also in the top 10 in runs batted in, as well as playing multiple positions and filling in so admirably in the month now, plus which the Rangers have been without Adrian Beltre.
And one of the questions that you ask if you're voting for most valuable player is where would the player's team be without them? And there's not much doubt that neither team would be quite the same if those two guys weren't on the team. And I'm not so sure it's not even to a greater degree with Michael than it is with Gonzalez. I don't want to minimize Gonzalez by any means. There's been a lot of times this year where the Rangers have had guys out of the lineup, guys struggling, and through it all, the most consistent guy and the most valuable player for the Rangers all season long has been Michael.
He would have every one of his teammates vote for him. Kinsler, backhand to Elvis, not in time to double up Reddick. Let's go back to our Fox Sports Southwest studio. Neil Beasley has our McDonald's Dollar Drink Game Break. All right, Neil, here is Jed Lowry, who was 2 for 3, has scored twice. Last time up, he was the second and last strikeout victim of Lewis. Two outs here with Reddick barely safe at first. And Lowry takes strike one. Well, the A's held on to win that 6-5. Andrew Bailey allowed 2 in the ninth, left the bases loaded.
Whoa.
Got his 17th save. He got Teixeira to pop up and then retired Cano. Finished that off 6-5. McCarthy gets the win. He's 7-6.
They had the bases loaded with those guys up and 1 out in a 6-5 game?
Yes.
Wow. That's a tough loss if you're a Yankee fan.
Nelson Cruz retires Lowry. Stretch time at the ballpark, still 7-4 Red Sox. This week, join us to support the boys from Texas in this AL West showdown. Of the first 10,000 kids 13 and under will receive a Texas Rangers football. Tickets available now at texasrangers.com. Andy Chavez leading off the Rangers' 7th. Infield hit and scored in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th. John Lackey working into the 7th. 4 runs on 6 hits, 3 in the third, and the Hamilton home run in the 5th. That's stroked for a base hit into right field, and Chavez is 2 for 3.
I just had the feeling last inning the Rangers were 1 hit away from getting right in this game. Well, they're in it right now, but really getting into it. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Lackey was kind of on the ropes. Red Sox had very strong 8th and 9th inning relief with Daniel Bard and Jonathan Papelbon.
And now they've got their only left-hander, Franklin Morales, up, and Alfredo Aceves.
Yeah, Aceves is pretty good himself. 216 opponent's batting average.
Kinsler is 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 3rd. Last time up, put a charge in one. Ellsbury made a terrific running catch. Deep left center field. Kansas City has beaten Toronto 6-4. Chan over Morrow. Center field. This time Ellsbury started in. Decides he likes where he was, and there's the first out. Seattle and Cleveland about to split a doubleheader. Cleveland 7-5. Game 1 makeup of a May rain out, and in the bottom of the 9th in Game 2, Seattle leading 12-7.
Well, Lackey's pitched a pretty good game tonight. The Rangers bunched together 3 of their 7 hits and a walk in the 3rd inning. Got a couple of sacrifice flies and a bases loaded walk. Other than that, Hamilton's home run accounts for the 4th run, but overall he's thrown the ball pretty well. Good breaking balls, pretty good location with him, good life on his fastball. Kind of a continuation of his last couple of months in the way he's been throwing the ball after a bad start.
This would be his 7th win at his last 8 decisions. And his 12th of the year against 9 losses. Elvis had the bases loaded walk in the 3rd. Ahead here 2-0.
Well, this will probably be his last hitter. With the lefty warmed up, Hamilton on deck. And you've got a righty to come in after Hamilton hits.
Just on the edge. 2 balls and a strike. Tigers leading at Tampa Bay 2-1, bottom of the 8th. They can move 6 games up on the Indians. Chicago and the Angels now underway out at Anaheim. Nothing in the top half of the 1st for the White Sox against Irvin Santana. Now Mark Burley on the mound in the bottom of the 1st. Angels 4.5 back of the Rangers beginning play. There goes Chavez down the right field line, and it is foul. Just had too much slice on it. It's 3-2.
That would have made it interesting.
Really,
that ball fell down the line, especially if he was able to get a triple.
And he would have scored pretty easily. Would have seen where Elvis could have ended up. Then you got Hamilton up, and things get fascinating in a real hurry. Rangers trying to come from 6-0 down since the bottom of the 3rd. And a strikeout, but not a strike him out, throw him out double play as Chavez gets the steal. His 8th of the year. That will do it for Lackey. His 5th strikeout. He gets Elvis for the 2nd time.
Got him to swing at ball 4. Ball well out of the strike zone.
Lets that one go. Then you got Hamilton as the tying run at the plate. But Franklin Morales will. Can give. When you give blood to Carter Blood Care in August, you'll automatically be registered for a chance to win a Fox Sports Southwest VIP experience here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, where 25,705 have the VIP experience going tonight. Hoping for a last year by Josh Hamilton, who homered his last time up. Franklin Morales is on. Former Rockies closer, 25-year-old from Venezuela, who came on last night and pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning, striking out Cruz and Napoli and getting Moreland a ground out.
Yeah, Morales has been tough to hit, but left-handers actually hit a little higher against him than right-handers, 250 to 237, and he has given up a home run to a left-hand hitter.
Josh, 2 RBIs, including a sac fly back in the 3rd. This for Morales' 25th outing with the Red Sox. Came over May 19th from Colorado for a player to be named. 0-1 pitch back in the 5th. .396 feet, his 17th of the year. 71st run batted in.
Wow, that's not even close. You could tell from up here that ball was outside.
And it's been the Doug Eddings strike zone all night, though. Very wide, very pitcher friendly. And Morales comes back now to 2-2. Morales has thrown 7 straight scoreless outings. Left field, it stays up long enough for Crawford to get there. Well hit But Morales does the job and leaves Chavez in scoring position. We go on to the 8th. It's still 7-4.
For the Ranger fan of the game, it has to be, well, the Clintons are on hand from where? Arkansas, of course. Well, here's the hat. Congratulations. Anything else you'd like to say, Bill? What is your name, anyway?
I'm Chris from Mansfield.
Chris from Mansfield. Congratulations. Way to go. Ranger fan of the game. Good job, buddy.
All right.
I don't know what to say about that.
Not much to add. 0-2 to Crawford, who has singled and scored, driven it around on a sac fly and walked. Darren Oliver on for his second inning. He worked around a leadoff hit by Gonzalez in the 7th. It will pop up into shallow right for Cruz. He's had a pretty busy night. Baseball fans, Chevy is a proud sponsor of youth baseball leagues in your community. If you'd like to learn more about Chevy youth baseball programs, go to youthsportswire.com. Well, as we said, Darren Oliver lightly used. This is just his second appearance in the last 9 games. And he faced only one batter in the previous outing. That was Saturday at Chicago. 5 batters in his previous 3 outings. So he's got the 7th and the 8th here. Here's Lavarnway, who has struck out, doubled in a run, and flied to right. Mark Lowe will be ready for the 9th inning. Last night with the lead, Wahara, Adams, and Feliz finished up after C.J. Wilson's 6 2/3 shutout start. Boston trying to end a 5-game losing streak at the hands of the Rangers going back to last year. Tom, you talked about the back of their bullpen. When they lead after 8 innings this year, they are 65-0.
You know, it's tough for any team to have a good record under those conditions, but You can see why with the way Bard and Papelbon have pitched. Bard's given up 34 hits in 60 innings. And Papelbon struck out 67 in 51 innings. So they're top of the line, 8th and 9th inning guys. A lot of people think if Papelbon leaves the Red Sox, which maybe will, maybe won't, that Bard would move into the closer's role. Rangers beat him early in the season. David Murphy had that double down the left field line in the first series. Pinch hit double.
Daniel Bard getting ready. Barnway continues to see a lot of pitches. Papelbon with 29 saves. When he gets his 30th, he will be the first pitcher in Major League history to have 30 saves in each of his first 6 full Major League seasons. So you got Bard, one of the hardest throwers in baseball, and then pretty much an automatic closer. Rangers have peppered away after trailing 6-0. And that little looper sounded like a broken bat, and Lavarnway has a 2-hit night. So for tonight, at least, he has filled in admirably as the DH for the injured Big Papi. Second single allowed by Oliver. And now former Battery mate Jared Saltalamacchia doubled in a run his first trip and has since flied to left and right. Good first pitch breaking ball for a strike from Oliver.
Saltalamacchia has hit a lot better left-handed than he has right-handed. Right-handed he's hitting 195.
That is trouble if it's fair. It is into the corner. Lavarnway will stop at third, and it's a 2-double night for Saltalamacchia. As the Red Sox try to get a couple of insurance runs here in the 8th.
Look at that cutter in. Not a bad pitch, really. Inside part of the plate. Nice swing by Saltalamacchia. Darren will definitely face Ellsbury. Ellsbury's hit much better against right-handed pitchers than he has left-handed pitchers. Got Scudero up next, so if Oliver can get Ellsbury and keep a run from scoring, and Mark Lowe's warmed up and ready to come in and face Scudero.
They're at 30 pitches. Lowe continues to loosen. Ellsbury against Colby Lewis led the game with a single, stole second and scored, intentionally walked in the second, and then grounded out and popped out. Rangers with the infield in here, second and third, 1 out, trying to keep this no more than a 3-run deficit with 2 more at bats. And a slow roller fielded by Moreland. Kinsler covers. 1 pitch for out number 2.
That's heads up by Kinsler. Darren wasn't going to be able to get over there to cover first base on that play, and Mitch wasn't going to be able to beat Ellsbury to first base. Ian sensed that and got over there. Darren falls off toward third base. He's got no chance to cover first base. Mitch has no chance to beat Ellsbury, and Ian knew that. Heads up play.
Saw it immediately, and that will take care of the night for Oliver, with Scudero to face Mark Lowe. So second and third with 2 Early start time, 6 o'clock here on Fox Sports Southwest, and it'll be Josh Beckett with a 10-5 record. One of the best ERAs in the league. It's Matt Harrison trying to return to form after a couple of short starts at 10-8 with a fine ERA still at 3.28. That's the matchup. Game 3 of this 4-game series here tomorrow night. All right, we've seen 2 former UTA Mavericks on the mound. Mark Lowe takes over. 2 outs with LaVarn Way at third, Salt Lamakia at second. And he's got Marco Scutero with a sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly, a ground out, and a fly out. Mark Lowe pretty unhittable for the last several weeks.
He's been sharp, and the biggest improvement he's made is with that pitch, his slider. He's been able to locate it down and away, and he's had the same velocity with his fastball. He's had that all year. He's never varied, but he's got better command of his fastball now. Everything's coming together well for him.
Fastball high 90s as usual. 0-2. Lowe in his last 7 outings, 7 scoreless innings, 10 strikeouts. Struck out 10 of the last 22 batters he's faced. One pitch from making Scutero the 11th. In the Ranger 8th, Young, Cruz, and Napoli, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. And Daniel Bard will be ready. Angels now leading 2-0 over the White Sox. Howie Kendrick home run in the second, his 11th of the year off of Burley.
That was a good fastball. You see everything away. Then he popped that one up at upper 90s inside. Scutero just got a piece of it. If he hit that ball fair, it might not have gotten to the pitcher's mound. That's one as a hitter. When you foul that pitch off, you're glad you fouled it off instead of hit it into fair territory, because where it hit on the bat was going to make that ball die.
Scutero working now what will be at least a 7-pitch at bat. Tampa Bay batting bottom of the 9th, trailing Detroit 2-1. And it's Phil Koch trying to get the save. Jose Valverde getting a night off. Rays have 1 run on 11 base hits. And they have the tying and winning runs on with 2 outs against Koch. Ben Zobrist at the plate. Tigers trying to go 6 up on the Indians. Well hit to left field. Hamilton looks up. It is off the top of the wall. Marco Scutero with a 2-run double off of Mark Lowe has made this a 9-4 Boston lead.
Right, that's a good at bat for Scutero. Mark got ahead of him 0-2, and he just wasn't able to put him away. Scutero fouled off a couple of tough pitches and then got a good one to hit.
Terry Francona talking with Paul Nauert about why this wasn't a home run.
You can see where that slider is. That one hung on the inside part of the plate. something Mark hasn't been doing lately. Instead of down and away where he wanted it.
That corner of your screen right there just died right on top of the padding.
Definitely not a home run. It's not going to bounce and just drop straight down if it hit anything hard like cement. Pretty obvious where that ball hit.
Umpires will confer, however, just to make sure they've all got it the same way. Doug Eddings, Dana DeMuth, Kerwin Danley, Paul Noward, and they will look at a replay.
Well, that's, you know, if the manager's going to call it to their attention like that, they pretty much have to do that. You really can't tell from down on the field. I wasn't sure until I saw the replay.
Boy, what a huge at bat there by Scutaro. Mark Lowe had been giving up nothing.
Well, he hadn't been throwing that pitch either, the hanging slider. That's just a pitch that got away from him. Toughest pitch Scutaro fouled off was that fastball up and in.
There's the home run review. And pretty clear cut. Inch, maybe 2 more inches. That's a 3-run home run. But no, right back onto the field. So 2 runs charged to Darren Oliver in his inning in 2/3, 31 pitches. 2 runs on 3 hits. And for the Red Sox now 9 runs on 13 hits. One night after they were shut out by 4 different Ranger pitchers on 4 hits. Their 9th shutout loss of the year. Colby Lewis charged with 7 of these runs in his 6 innings. And it is confirmed as a 2-run double by Scutaro. They get it right. So he's at second base for Adrian Gonzalez, trying for a 4-hit night. Gonzalez got this whole thing started for Boston with a 2-run homer in the upper porch back in the first. And hit one out to left center in the 4th. He single leading off the 7th against Oliver, and he will be walked. And Lowe will pitch to Pedroia.
It's one of those walk Josh Hamilton, face Michael Young situations right here.
Ball 2. There is ball 3. So Gonzalez reaches for the 4th time tonight. Pedroia is 0 for 4. He has lined to left, grounded to short, flied to left, and popped to short. 1 for 7 so far in the series. First home run review here since September 15th. Last year against the Tigers. So Lowe now facing his 3rd batter. Still trying to get the 3rd out of this Boston 8th. And behind Pedroia, 2 balls and a strike. Boston leading Tampa Bay by 7.5 in the wild card race beginning today, and Tampa Bay trying to pull it out Second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, trailing Detroit 2-1. Phil Koch just corked a wild pitch. Damon on third, Longoria at second, and Zobrist still at the plate. Little dribbler rolls foul. And it's 2-2. At Minnesota, last chance for the Twins. They trail Baltimore 8-1, bottom of the ninth. White Sox have a run in the third at Anaheim. It's now 2-1 Angels. Gordon Beckham doubling in Brent Morel off of Irvin Santana. And Pedroia works the count full.
Yeah, Mark struggling with his command like he hasn't done in his last number of outings. He's already thrown. This will be his 17th pitch.
Deep to left field. Hamilton looks up. This one is off the top of the wall. And 2 more runs score. Another 2-run double. Pedroia makes it 11-4. Mark Lowe fortunate he has not given up a couple of home runs. Same part of the ballpark.
Well, Scudero hit a high hanging slider. Pedroia hits a high 96-mile-an-hour fastball that was supposed to be down and away. So Mark is just struggling with the command of his pitches. The slider was supposed to be down and away. It hung up and in. That fastball to Pedroia was supposed to be down and away, and it was up and in. And both pitches were hit off the wall in left field.
So the Red Sox have their biggest inning of the night. They came in to this 8th inning leading 7-4. They have put 4 on the board, 2 against Oliver, and now these 2 on Mark Lowe's ledger. He has faced 3 batters, given up 2 2-run doubles in between the intentional walk to Gonzalez. 8th batter to step up here in the 8th inning is Reddick. He singled and scored back in their 3rd. It's grounded to second. Hamilton made a nice sliding catch at a foul ball, leading off the 5th, and last time a fielder's choice. J.D. Drew, they say, fairly close to returning with a left shoulder injury. Hoping to have him for their series at Fenway with the Yankees next week. As for the second time tonight, Yoshi Tateyama gets up in the Ranger bullpen. Red Sox finish up here Thursday night, return home 3 with Oakland Friday through Sunday, off Monday, and then the Yankees for 3, and then it's the Rangers for 3. Reddick rolls out to Moreland, but the Red Sox put 4 more on the board. To the bottom of the 8th, they lead by 7. With the glove, Mitch Moreland glances off Gonzalez right to Pedroia. 3-4-3 to rob Mitch and end the second inning. In the fifth, Ian Kinsler chases Ellsbury almost to the warning track. Full extension to rob Ian. And maybe the biggest pitch John Lackey threw all night from his knees. He starts a double play with the Rangers at that point first and third, one man out in what was a 3-run game, looking for a big inning, maybe a chance to tie the game. That has now gone by the wayside with the 4-run 8th inning, and instead of Daniel Bard, it is Alfredo Aceves who comes on to work against Young, Cruz, and Napoli.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits that the Red Sox got with that 4-run inning. They don't have to use Bard in the 8th and Papelbon in the 9th. And if they did, and each one of them threw a number of pitches, that might affect how they're used the next couple of days in this series. But now neither one of them will have to pitch, and they'll be fresher when they do.
And Aceves putting together an impressive season. Michael Young tonight 0 for 2. A sacrifice fly back in the third, with the Rangers came from 6-0 down to cut that lead in half. 7-3 after 4. Hamilton's homer in the fifth made it 7-4, which it stayed until that Boston 8th. Aceves, last time he worked Friday night, got his second save of the season, just the 4th of his career, going 3 2/3 scoreless. Both his saves this year have been 11 out performances, also 3 2/3 on June 8th at New York. The only pitcher in baseball this year with 2 saves of that length. First Red Sox pitcher to do it since Derek Lowe. He did twice back in 1999.
Throw him a 3-1 slider and end up walking him.
Let's go back to our Fox Sports Southwest studios. Neil Beasley has another game break. Yeah, there's a little good news for folks who no doubt could use it. White Sox with Mark Burley on the mound. Maybe the Rangers will stay 4.5 up. Cruz 3 ground outs, 2 to the mound, 1 to short. And Detroit finished off that win 2-1 at Tampa Bay. Phil Koch with his first save. Brad Petty the win 9-9. As Tampa Bay gets 1 run on 11 base hits behind David Price, who allowed only 8 hits, 2 runs in the 7th. He falls to 11-11 despite a .353 earned run average.
Well, the Indians split, so they lose half a game.
Yep.
Tigers starting to make their move. Indians were lucky to win the first game. Took a 3-run homer down by a run by Sin-Chu Chu to win the first game of their day-night doubleheader. They got blasted by Seattle in the second one. If Chicago loses, it'll be 6 and 6.5 game lead for the Tigers.
The Tigers won their 5th straight. They are 70-58. Indians losing 5 out of 6. Lifted high, not deep, right field for Josh Reddick. 1 out in the Ranger 8th. That'll bring up Napoli, who has walked twice and also flied out to Reddick. So the Red Sox poised to even the series at a game apiece. And then again, the matchup tomorrow, Josh Beckett and Matt Harrison. For Beckett, it'll be his first start of the year against the Rangers. Did not enjoy his time against Texas last year. 2 no decisions, but gave up 13 earned runs in 12 innings. A little bit like John Lackey. His career ERA against the Rangers, the second highest of any American League opponent. For Beckett, it's about 5.5. Matt Harrison will be going for his 11th win. Rangers have won 8 of his last 9 starts, including Friday at Chicago 7-4. Matt didn't stick along long enough for the win. Gone after 4 1/3. So that's the matchup tomorrow with a 6 o'clock start. And then the series winds up back at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Alexi Ogando going for his 13th win. He'll try to match C.J. Wilson against Andrew Miller, who is 5-1 as the number 6 starter this year for Boston. Tim Wakefield moved back. Will go for his 200th career win back home Friday at Fenway against the A's.
Now Miller's 5-1. His numbers don't support 5-1 though. Opponents are hitting .304 against him. He's walked 30 in 48 innings. Well, he's been the beneficiary of a lot of runs, it looks like.
A very wide strike 2. Napoli thought he had his 3rd walk.
We got 2 strikes. Number 5 looked like it was out of the strike zone, up and away.
Red Sox still pitching Matt Micah high, despite what he did with the Eric Bedard high fastball last night. And a knee buckling curve for strike 3. Out number 2. Our Fox track says that's even more off the plate than the previous pitch. But Napoli's back in the dugout, and here's Mitch Moreland. 2 for 3. Maybe would be 3 for 3 if not for the deflection off of Gonzalez in his first at bat back in the second.
Man, I tell you one thing, if I'm a pitcher right now, I'm not aiming for the strike zone.
Well, why would you? Doug Eddings has not required that at all tonight. Oh, 0-2 to Mitch. Boston 9th. Lowry, Crawford, and LaVarn Way are their scheduled hitters, 6, 7, and 8. Tatayama continues to throw out in the bullpen. The Rangers, for the second straight night, apparently will use 4 pitchers. Very different results from last night. And the 0-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and another big breaking ball. And Aceves works around the leadoff walk to Michael Young. And we go to the 9th, 11-4. To see every Rangers game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. Visit TexasRangers.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Well, the Rangers' fourth pitcher of the night, Yoshinori Tateyama, on for the ninth inning. With a 2-0 record to save and a 243 earned run average and a 185 opponent average and 39 strikeouts against only 7 walks in 37 innings. 2 2/3 Friday at Chicago. Most recently his second longest appearance of the year, next to 3 innings almost 3 months ago against the Royals. Jed Lowry singled and scored each of his first 2 trips. He has since struck out and flied out. Foul pop here. Michael Young has it tracked.
Well, Tateyama continues to make the hitters talk to themselves after they bat against him. A little bit of everything. A fastball that's a little sneakier than the batter thinks. And then an assortment of slower pitches that you just can't wait on.
His last 18 innings, 1 run. That was a Jason Kipnis home run August 6th against the Indians. And then he starts Crawford with a strike. Crawford singled and scored in the second, a sac fly in the third, a walk and a fly to right since then. Well, the Angels are running each of their first 3 innings off of Mark Buehrle. They're leading 3-2. White Sox turn now top of the 4th at Angel Stadium. And another pop-up. Young comes in right in front of the plate to take care of this one as well. Now Lavarnway, and he has had himself a night, an RBI double in the third, and started their 4-run 8th with a 1-out single off of Darren Oliver. Colby Lewis tonight, 6 innings, 7 runs on 9 hits. Oliver 1 2/3, 2 runs on 3 hits. Mark Lowe in a third of an inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. About two-run doubles in the 8th to Scutaro and Pedroia. Looking ahead to the Ranger ninth, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Dan Wheeler ready to come in with Torrealba, Chavez, and Kinsler due up for Texas.
Well, Tateyama said he, a while back, tweaked his delivery a little bit. He lowered his arm angle, which he felt gives him more movement on his fastball and makes him a little more accurate with his breaking ball. And I'd say it's working pretty well for him.
Boy, it works here. A 1-2-3 ninth on just 9 pitches. Finishing up with the strikeout of Lavarnway. Last chance for the Rangers coming up. By Southwest Airlines new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout days. And by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. And the fourth Boston pitcher of the night is their right-hander, Dan Wheeler. Worked a perfect ninth inning Sunday at Kansas City. Trying to finish up his 19th game of the year. And he's got Torrealba to lead things off. Rovit got the Rangers offense cranking. Lead-off single and scored the first of their 3 third-inning runs. He's since struck out and grounded into a 1-6-3 double play. Dan Wheeler not at the back of the bullpen, but other one having a very good year. 11 straight scoreless outings over 12 2/3 innings. John Lackey started 6 2/3, 4 runs on 7 hits, struck out 5 and walked 3 in a 106 pitch outing. About to improve to 12-9 on the year. Torrealba again sends one back to the mound, and on 2 pitches he is the Rangers' first out at the bottom of the ninth. And let's check in with John Radigan.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Yeah, we're down here on the set of Rangers Live, all by myself now, but Steve Busby will join me. We'll talk about it. And I know we'll get more than just these two. I think those are the guys that were wearing the masks earlier. They're revealed now, and we'll reveal what the heck happened in this one with the help of Buzz. We'll have lots of thoughts about this one. We'll also get Ron Washington thoughts and some of the players' thoughts as well. It's all coming up. A complete post-game wrap-up, Rangers Live, right after the game, guys.
All right, John, I do believe that was the former President Clinton that you had in your background there. Andy Chavez, 2 hits, a run, and a stolen base. To the Rangers, 7 hits, all off of Lackey. Morales came on to get the last out of the 7th. Aceves in the 8th. A walk and 2 strikeouts. Chavez and then Kinsler here in the Ranger 9th. So this game notwithstanding, the Rangers still have an excellent run of success against Boston. This will make it 17-7 Rangers over the Red Sox beginning in 2009. The only team
that's pretty good teams they've been playing against too.
Lowry over for a look. That is the best success any team's had against Boston these last 3 years. The only team the Rangers have had better success against in that period, the Indians. They're 18-4 against Cleveland beginning in 2009. Center field, Ellsbury is there. 1 out to go. And Kinsler tonight 1 for 4. He singled and scored in the Ranger 3-run third. So this will even the series, game apiece. 2 more coming. Rangers hope for success for the White Sox in Anaheim. Come right back at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch Josh Beckett. Rangers have had some games where they had good luck against Josh Beckett, but I don't think they've ever faced him when he was having the kind of season he's having so far this year. That's why sometimes when you see what a player has done against an opposing team in the past, might not be relevant to what's going on right now. Hitter might be in a slump. Hitter might be hot against a pitcher he hasn't had much success against. And a team might be facing a pitcher who's been one of the best in the league.
Well, this one off the top of the wall, and a home run by Ian Kinsler with 2 outs in the 9th inning. His 21st of the year.
He had hit the ball hard a little bit earlier between his base hit and the third. He had a couple of balls hit to center field. One was a line drive in the gap that Ellsbury made a really nice running play on. A hanging slider right there.
Only question, would it stay in for Crawford? It did not. 366 feet. And Ian Kinsler is safe at home, safe and secure New York life. So with 2 outs, here is Andrews. 2 strikeouts, a ground out, a bases loaded walk. Just snuck it over the wall.
You could see it coming down behind the scoreboard. It looked like it was coming down in play.
Crawford had to wonder when he saw it at his feet.
You can see through the scoreboard, so watch the ball come down. Crawford sees it, puts his glove out just in case. Trying to figure out how to see that ball.
Called strike 3, and that takes care of it. So the Rangers get the home run by Kinsler, but the series is even at a game apiece as the Red Sox take off to a 6-0 lead and finish winning by 6, 11-5. Rangers Live is coming up next.